Hello and welcome back. Today I'm going to test an RF generator, and it is from BangGood. They sent it to me because I wanted to test it again, because when I tested these RF testers, yeah, I wasn't able to test it because the first one arrived broken. They do have a quality problem there in BangGood. The first one arrived only in a garbage bag, or these white bags that I use to send it. No protection whatsoever. So that first one, it was from my video one actually, arrived already broken. And when I switched it on, the light was very bright. It died after. I could do nothing with it. I decided, because this one you can use also to use your transmitter. Test your transmitter and test your receiver. So it has a sort of power meter and frequency counter inside. So it does have dummy load, and there they use an RF tap, and then they measure the frequency and the power. But I thought I'd just use it as an RF tap only. So I built that, I changed that. It was not of my best projects, and audio was also not good. Anyway, 6 months ago, so a year after I bought this one, I asked BangGood, and my channel was growing already a little bit. I said, can you send me a free sample? Because the first time I bought myself and it didn't work, and well, we kind of sort of came into an agreement with that one. And they sent me this one, and that was my video. It turned out this one was shipped a little bit better, one bubble wrap and a garbage bag. And well, it arrived a little bit better. It only had here a little damage, but the transmitter test didn't work, and also in the receiver test, so the generator function, it was also not working. It just stayed on one frequency, and I couldn't change. I could change the power, but it was completely on the wrong frequency. I think it was 239 megahertz. It got stuck. And if I type a very high frequency, now if I did the frequency above 200 megahertz, it got stuck around 239 megahertz. And if I put a low frequency like 27 megahertz or 100 megahertz, it got stuck on 500 megahertz, and it didn't move. So also not good. So I was not very positive. But in the comments I got a lot of response, and they say if you buy the RF generator only, then it probably works, because people had good experience with it. So thank you for those comments. So I sent another email to BangGood asking for another free sample, and they did put a lot more bubble wrap. So that is better. It still looks the same, but you can see the difference. Huh? One is the, let me zoom in, that goes a lot better. So here it is, the first one I received. Well, that was a pity, but yeah, it didn't work. This is the second one, also a little bit damaged, but already shipped a lot better. So they are improving over this 1.5 years. Only the devices still don't work. That's a pity. So this one, you can see it does look different, and that is also the difference, because this one is RF in and out, as you can see. So this is really the FM transceiver tester. This one is only an RF generator, and it's kind of a nice thing, because as you can see, it can do from 500k up to 470 megahertz. And let me get the specifications. I think it is minus 70 dB up to 130. No, minus 70 down to 131 dBm. So you can really adjust your receiver very nicely with this thing. We did get some extra bubble wrap, but still, why can't they just can't ship it well? I don't know why. They just don't. Look at this. Yeah. Okay, I did switch it on. It says it's version 20.4, so it's one of the latest versions. That is nice. It's now on 27 megahertz. You can this is the cursor here. It goes through alles. Here you have your modulation, and this is the deviation. I think it does only FM. So here you type the frequency. If you want 150, you type 150, and another one, and now it is there. With the this one does nothing. This one. Here you can put your dBs. Oh, my cursor. You can also switch the output off. That is nice. In the manual it says it's F4, but apparently the software update now changed it to F3. And how low can we go? $132 even. Okay. Well, I tried to connect it to the Marconi, but I think this minus 70 is too low for me to see that in the transmitter test. What else we can do? We can put the deviation of 3K, that is good. Sound of 800. Can we do something here? Oh, I push the up button, but it goes down. Okay. Usually you do 1K for testing, at least I always did. But it says somewhere here that 800 is the only correct value. So why they allow you to change it, it doesn't make sense to me, but it says here built-in 800 Hz audio modulation. Could also be that it is old, because now they have also sub audio between 50 and 280 Hz. And it has even 105 digital tones. Well, let's just connect it and see what it is. So let's have a look on the spectrum analyzer. I put a 0 to 5, 0, 0, 0, 0, so that should be 25 MHz. Minus 70, it's the loudest I can do. So let's have a look at where it is. I'll auto tune it. You can also immediately see if there is if there are harmonics or not. And this is not good at all. Here it's transmitting on 497 MHz, almost 498. And let me just change, maybe if the level, if I change the level, that does work. So just transmitting on the wrong frequency. Maybe I'm on the harmonic. Let me just see. Start frequency 1 MHz. Stop frequency 1 GHz. I'm seeing now the whole spectrum. I'm really just in 500 MHz. Why would that be? Let's go to 100 MHz. 1 0 0 0.000 0 100 MHz. It doesn't change. 200 0 0 0 0. Nope. 300. Yeah, there it goes. And now it seems to jump to again that 239, I think, just like with the other one. Yeah, just as broken as the other one. Well, this is also a great opportunity to open it, and let's have a look inside to see what is actually the difference between the RF generator and the radio test set. And well, this one is already open. Let's open this one. Here we have them side by side. The main board here does seem the same, only it's placed in a different location, and well, this is the RF generator part here. And here we have the transmitter part, and apparently there is an extra input here on this board. Maybe it's also here, I don't know. Can we fit that cable? I can take out the boards, they don't work anyway. And this is the RF tap part. Here you see the dummy load resistor, the two bigger resistors, and then they tap it here. And I think here is a little bit, it's probably just an analog digital converter that, yeah, there are probably some diodes here, and then you will just have your DC voltage, and the higher the voltage, the more power goes through it. So I use that same idea here when I had my RF top, and I just put a little voltage meter here to see how much voltage goes and how much watts that is. So this is kind of a dummy load with the power meter, and also an RF top that I used, but later I made a much nicer one. Yeah, let's just open it. It is all broken, so it doesn't matter too much. Well, I have it here. Let's look at some of the components on the board. I have it now in the microscope, and I'm trying to see. Here there is nothing, and then this is probably the processor, this AT1846S. And here I see that M810, and if I remember correctly, I think I saw this as a tracking generator, or it being used as a tracking generator in one of those USB spectrum analyzers. And that could be because here you see it goes through a cap, and then it comes to this 4302, and this could be a digital attenuator, and here it goes to another one. So let's see where it is, but it does make sense, and here it just goes out. So here, yeah, this, I think this is a digital attenuator, switchable. That M810, that was a double balance mixer, and that AT108, that is a voltage variable attenuator, and those other two I can't really see, those 4302s, what that are, but it could be op amps or attenuators because it's just in line. And it would make sense if it is programmable attenuators, because they all go to the main processor. Yes, I don't know what to say. I have 3 blue boxes, not even undamaged. They are all damaged because they don't know how to ship stuff. And also they don't do any quality control on these boxes, and it's a pity because I really wanted to try it, because in the comments you guys said the RF generator is good, and I don't know if it's because they are free samples that they just send these broken devices. And yeah, if you want to do technical test, that is fine, but yeah, I kind of would have made sure that if you send it to a reviewer, that you at least make sure it works. I don't get it. Yes, that was very disappointing. I'm so happy I didn't pay anything for this. Yeah, I really wanted to review this, but it is just not possible. So hope you enjoy it anyway. Thanks for watching, and I hope to see you next time.